Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Collider, and welcome back to another video. Now today, we're going to be talking about the Playtime Chapter 5 backlash that is having at the moment. Also, happy Valentine's Day to any of you who celebrates it. I don't. I'm a lonely man. Anyways, so for those who don't know, Playtime Chapter 5 is getting a lot of backlash. If that's, the character design, the way the Playtime 5 feels, like the whole thing just is getting a lot of hate, and a lot of the hate is just extremely unnecessary. Let's start off with Lily's design. I know for a lot of people, me included, do not like Lily whatsoever, and I can agree a lot. However, for those who don't know, YouTube and compression actually makes the character models a lot worse. So people see this character, Lily, as this greasy model and her mouth moving really weirdly. Yeah, that is not Mob Games' fault. That is just the compression when they export the video out. And that's just YouTube making, the whole thing much worse. For example, when I edit a video, my face cam doesn't look bad whatsoever. However, when it comes up to YouTube, it looks really bad. That is called compression and YouTube's quality making it a million times worse. So realistically, Lily's model isn't actually that bad, it's just YouTube and the compression making her look way worse. Also, I know a lot of people have been comparing her to Mummy Longlegs, and I can kind of see the resemblance. But there's this developer, I can't remember who it was, but he said something on the lines of like, Mummy Longlegs is like a mummy, and Lily is just like a lily. Makes no sense whatsoever, but I can kind of see them being like mother and daughter in a sense. Maybe that's why. I don't really know though, but I can kind of see the similarities, but at the same time, I don't think it's like copying and pasting stuff. But I do see the similarities. However, another thing I do want to say about Lily's design is that she looks really new and really fresh. And I think that's because she looks like a toy that just recently be experimented on and turned into this doll-like creature, meaning that the prototype is still experimenting with children till this day. Meaning that I'm pretty sure the prototype is, matter of fact, Elliot Ludwig, the creator and founder of Playtime, also known as Playtime Co. I don't know why it's a Playtime, that's someone else. But yeah, I'm assuming that she is a new experiment, like just recently been tested on, hence why she still acts like a toy. But we've seen in the experimental tapes on YouTube that Mob Games posted that with the catnap one, they try to brainwash the toys to forget their past life as a human and resemble them as just the monster itself. We've seen it with Catnap, where, he said, "My name is Catnap," and the experimental is a success. When he said his name is what was it? Oh, I forgot his name. God's sake, Theodore or Theo. He gradually forgets his name as it repeatedly says it, and then in the end saying, "My name is Catnap," and then experimental was a success. So it looks like with Lily, she could more likely be a failed experiment, but I don't know. But we all can't say much whatsoever because you gotta realize that this is a gameplay trailer. It's not the actual thing, and they trying to hide things ready when the full game comes out. So I think people need to calm it down and just stop being disrespectful. The Mob Games community, the workers who make Power Playtime happen, because it's not their fault, with compression and YouTube's quality. It's not their fault, it's whatever the compression and YouTube is doing to make these characters look way worse. Also, across the gameplay trailer, a lot of people do say it looks kind of similar to Garden of Banban, and I guess I see it in a sense. I don't really know. It goes back to someone arguing about the colour not fitting well with Power Playtime. And may I just say, that is the most funniest thing I've seen of all time, because it's an absolute joke, because no one argued about chapters 1, 2, and 3 and 4 colour design, but when chapter 5 comes out and everyone hating it, they come up with random excuses to say, "Oh yeah, chapter 5 is the worst one, let's hate on the colours." As a moving image student myself, who researched into movies and TV shows, I know a lot about colour, especially within adverts and in gameplay trailers. Color can resemble a lot of things. For example, green can resemble energy and nature. Yellow can resemble hunger, but also satisfaction. Blue can resemble sadness. Red can resemble danger, but also hunger as well. Black can resemble evilness. Red can also resemble blood and danger. I think I already said danger, but so same with yellow as well. That can resemble danger as well. White can resemble cleanliness. Grey can resemble kind of like a dark mystery, and purple can resemble the unknown or mystery as well. And you can kind of see it when you're looking into the playful area where the kids go. You can see primary colours like red, blue, green, and yellow. The 4 colours that kids can easily see and we see every single day. Red is the most popular colour because it's the first colour we basically see when we look at anything. Hence why in advertisement they use red as much as possible so that human eyes can lock onto that red colour. Hence why when I look at my face cam, I can see 2 colours, green and red, and I always look at the red one because that's the first colour I see. So people arguing about the colours just don't make sense whatsoever because other Playtime has that example with the colours. Obviously with the lab area, you got white, blue, red and grey. White obviously resembles the cleanliness, and in normal labs you'll always see white no matter what. Grey obviously resembles that mystery and kind of darkness. Red also resembles danger. And blue kind of resembles like energy, I suppose, with the light blue colour, but also sadness as well. However, those colours don't necessarily mean what I just said. So for example, if you look at Darth Vader from Star Wars, right, you see him wearing this black armor outfit with a red lightsaber. That's obviously show that he is the villain. However, when you look at video game characters or movie characters, you see Batman, Luke Skywalker, Black Panther, they all wear black. However, they are also the heroes as well. Because it all dates back to a person saying, who defines what colour means what? Who defines that black means villain or red means danger? Who says that yellow has resembled foodness? Who resembles that green resembles, I don't know, cleanliness or, stuff like that, or germs, Who says that colour does what? Take the example of this Dog Day plush. You can see obvious colours like yellow, orange, black, and kind of like a darker orange in a sense. Who says that this means he's friendly, right? Because for all we know, orange could really mean he's a dangerous character. We just don't know that. The same for Catnap as well. Take for example, Catnap. You can see obvious colours, the main one obviously being purple. However, purple also resembles mystery. And in Chapter 3, Catnap was a very mysterious character, hiding in the shadows. You don't know where he is, being all sneaky and mysterious. The colours in Chapter 5 don't mean shit whatsoever. It makes no sense. It's the dumbest excuse of all times because no one argued about the colours in any other Playtime chapters, but now they're just arguing about the colours in this one, and I think that's an absolute joke. There are some other minor things like Mob Games not changing the banner, or trying to hide the secret of that red character in the RNG, I'm pretty sure, or complaining about other bits and bobs. But I don't know, I feel like people are just complaining too much. Like, honestly, you can't. Sorry about that, but people can't really argue that this game is bad without even playing the game, and it's not even out yet. So realistically, no one should argue about it. Let's take a prime example. Oi mate, have you seen the FNAF movie? No. Have you gone and seen it? Oh, it's shit. Then why are you saying it's bad when you haven't even seen it? But you see what I mean, right? You can't argue and say that it's bad when you haven't even seen it yet or give it a chance. That's why I feel like people, like especially the Playtime community, are so desperate and so needy. It's really stupid. Take for example, like CG5's Playtime Chapter 4 song, Hell Like This. He was on tour and he was being forced to make the song non-stop. Every Playtime fan has been begging him to make a song for Chapter 4. and Mob Games haven't even asked him to make a song. Chi was on tour at the time. He just wanted to go do his tour to be over and done with. He didn't even want to make Chapter for the song, but he was forced to by the community, and it really annoys me by that. It really does, because it sets a prime example of him, of the mob, of the community just being really ungrateful and mean, you know. And we are kind of desperate, I will admit. We're not like FNAF, where we can produce a lot of cool stuff, you know. And even though I'm a fan of Power Playtime and I'm in the Power Playtime community, I'm not as, you know, mean as the others, you know. I'm more understanding, I'm more patient. Others aren't patient whatsoever. They complain about every small details. Like, for example, the Nightmare Critters being a plushie, a lot of people have been complaining about it, and I'm like, why? It's merch at the end of the day. Deal with it. People have been asking for it, and there's like a few people saying we don't need it. You're just glazing and carrying out the smiling critter stuff, all that stuff. You're just dragging it out now. And yes, they have been dragging it out, but they've left it now, this chapter. And I feel like for this chapter, with them leaving out the critter stuff, it's going to feel a bit more empty, but I don't know. But that's all I have to say. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, then of course subscribing helps out a massive ton. Just remember, just be patient. You know, be supportive. You know, we don't need these people saying harmful things and ungrateful things about a game that they love, because they can't handle a few things. Just grow up and deal with it. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!